The history of the Australia 20-cent coin 2010 is part of the long and interesting story of Australian decimal currency. The 20-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 when Australia switched from the pound system to the decimal system. The 2010 issue continues this legacy as part of the Australian circulating coin series issued by the Royal Australian Mint. The standard 2010 20-cent coin features the iconic platypus design created by Stuart Devlin, who designed the original decimal coinage of Australia. The obverse side features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which had been used since 1999, replacing the earlier Raphael Makhlouf portrait. The 2010 20-cent coin is made of cupronickel, an alloy of copper and nickel, which gives the coin its silver appearance. It weighs 11.30 grams and measures 28.52 millimeters in diameter, which has been consistent since the introduction of the denomination. The coin has a milled edge and remains one of the most commonly used coins in Australian circulation. The 2010 20-cent coin was produced in large numbers for circulation, but there were also collector versions struck in higher quality, such as proof and uncirculated editions available through the Royal Australian Mint. These collector versions often came in special sets that marked important national events or anniversaries. The year 2010 did not see a major design change for the 20-cent coin. But it was an important year for coin collectors because it was within the period when the Mint began to focus more heavily on commemorative issues across other denominations. While the standard platypus design continued, the Mint also released a number of special coins for collectors celebrating Australia's cultural heritage and natural environment. The 20-cent coin represents one of the most recognized symbols of Australia's wildlife and economy, its design featuring the platypus reminds Australians of the country's unique fauna and the importance of native species conservation. The coin continues to be an everyday reminder of national identity and pride. By 2010, the Australian 20-cent coin had already been in use for 44 years and had gone through several portrait updates of Queen Elizabeth II, reflecting her reign and Australia's evolving history. The coin's consistency in size and composition also symbolizes stability in Australia's monetary system. Over the decades, the coin has become an essential part of Australian currency, used in millions of daily transactions, while also holding value for collectors around the world. The 2010 20-cent coin therefore stands as both a functional currency piece and a continuation of Australia's numismatic heritage. The history of the Australia 20-cent coin 2010 connects deeply to the nation's transformation from pre-decimal to modern currency and to the broader story of Australian identity. The 20-cent denomination was first struck in 1966 at the time when Australia introduced decimal currency to replace the pounds, shillings, and pence system. The decision to decimalize the currency had been made years earlier to simplify transactions and align Australia more closely with other trading nations using the decimal system. The 20-cent coin replaced the florin, which had a similar value and size, and this made the transition easier for the public. The platypus design by Stuart Devlin, chosen for the reverse of the coin, was significant because the platypus is one of Australia's most unique native animals. It symbolized the country's natural beauty and distinctiveness. Devlin, who later became known as the goldsmith to the Queen, created designs for all Australian decimal coins, and his work remains a cornerstone of Australian coinage art. The choice of the platypus for the 20-cent coin also represented Australia's connection to its waterways and wildlife. By 2010, the 20-cent coin had seen several portrait changes of Queen Elizabeth II. On the obverse, the first design in 1966 was by Arnold Machen, followed by Raphael Makhlouf's in 1985, and later by Ian Rank Broadley's design in 1999. Which remained on the 2010 issue. Each new portrait reflected the passage of time during the Queen's reign and the evolving artistry of coin engraving. The inclusion of the monarch's portrait symbolized Australia's constitutional monarchy and its historical ties to the British Commonwealth. During the late 20th and early 21st centuries, Australia's Royal Mint began to experiment with limited editions and commemorative issues to celebrate national events. For example, while the standard 20-cent coin design remained unchanged, the denomination was occasionally used for special releases, marking occasions such as the 50th anniversary of the Australian decimal currency, the Olympic Games, and other national milestones. These releases enhanced public interest in coin collecting and raised awareness of Australia's history and culture. The 2010 issue of the 20-cent coin was produced primarily for circulation, but it was also part of sets aimed at collectors. The Royal Australian Mint that year focused on themes of innovation and national pride, issuing proof and uncirculated coin sets that included the 20-cent coin as a central element. The production of these coins was marked by precision and quality control, ensuring that each coin met exacting standards. The minting process involved striking blanks of cupronickel under high pressure to produce sharp details of the platypus design. Economically, the 20-cent coin played a crucial role in the Australian monetary system through the 2000s. It was used widely for vending machines, parking meters, and everyday transactions, making it one of the most circulated denominations in the country. Its durability and resistance to corrosion made it ideal for continuous use, and the coin's weight and metallic composition remained unchanged for decades, maintaining its recognizability among Australians. In 2010, Australia's coinage continued to evolve in technology and production. The Royal Australian Mint had introduced advanced laser and digital techniques for die preparation, allowing greater consistency and sharper details on coins. These innovations ensured that even common circulating coins like the 20-cent piece reflected the country's technological progress. The Mint also used 2010 as a period to promote public interest in numismatics, encouraging Australians to appreciate the heritage embedded in their currency. Culturally, the 20-cent coin holds a nostalgic place in Australian society. Generations of Australians have used it for daily purchases. Children have saved them in coin jars, and collectors have searched for rare variations or minting errors. Over time, some issues of the 20-cent coin became sought after, such as the 1966 London minted coin or the 1981 Canadian minted variety, due to their distinctive features. By 2010, the coin had built a rich legacy spanning over 4 decades, symbolizing economic continuity and cultural heritage. The Australia 20-cent coin 2010, therefore, is not just a piece of metal, but a small chapter in the story of the nation. It represents Australia's journey from colonial heritage to modern independence, from its wildlife and environment to its technology and economy. It is a coin that carries history in its design, value in its circulation, and pride in its symbolism. The 2010 version continues the tradition that began in 1966, maintaining the same design and specifications that Australians have trusted and recognized for generations.